How's it going, people? Welcome back to that car vlog channel, and at long last, the official first video of 2020. If you don't already know, my name is Andy. I run this mediocre production. This is the fleet, as I'm going to call it, and this is an awesome new shirt that my awesome wife got with my awesome friend Katie to make for Christmas. It's got the car vlog channel logo on the back, names on the front. Now I know what I'm going to wear in my videos. I don't have to wonder. Anyway, today nothing big, nothing special. Just gonna take y'all around, show everybody how things are going, how we're coming into 2020, coming into it a bit differently than 19, and kind of catch up from the last few videos that were posted, since I don't get to do that very often. So without further ado, let's get to it. Wait a sec, it's 2020. I guess I don't need these anymore. Never mind, turns out that's not how that works. Crap. And put my jacket back on because it's like 41 degrees outside. First up, we have my wife's 2015 Chrysler Town Country Limited. This is the almost top of the line for this generation in this year. There was one stage above it. I think it was either Platinum or Ultimate. I don't remember which one it was, but it had like 2 more options. But this is pretty much loaded, and she absolutely loves it. It's actually been a really good van to us. Currently has 110,000 miles on it, and running real strong, really well for her. Especially being a Lyft driver, you can see the light we had made for her up on top there. This, again, we got in May of last year, 19. It replaced the 2012 Nissan Quest S. That thing had just kind of fallen apart, was giving us trouble. It wasn't non-drivable, but she couldn't use it to work out of anymore. So we ended up getting this. We've got a family friend that's actually taking over the Nissan Quest, and it's still driving around right now. He got it with 233,000 on it. It's still driving around. This thing's been good to us. All I'm really seeing is a slight amount of oil loss, but I don't think it's burning it. Probably just a minor leak, but not major enough to worry about. This is my 1994 Dodge Dakota SLT. It is an extended cab, it's 4-wheel drive, and it has the 318 or 5.2 liter Magnum V8 under the hood. This thing's got to have about 188,000 miles on it right now. I picked this one up in the beginning of August last year. Up until then, I had a 1996 Kia Sportage, the first generation Sportage, the first one ever in the States. To be honest, I can't remember the mileage I had on it when I traded it, but I traded it for this. Just got tired of not having a running pickup truck, knowing that, just coming to peace with the fact that I wasn't going to get the Chevy going anytime soon. Had to have a running pickup truck. The little bitty SUV wasn't doing it for me. Good car, very reliable. But I really needed this. So this is it right here. It's a decent running truck, and even though the exhaust is rusty and full of holes, it still sounds pretty good. Those 318s really have a nice sound to them. Little things need to be done to it just to get it back up to running where I want it to be. Obviously, it's not pretty. In fact, I think this door is the prettiest panel on it. But it's a good truck. And it was used to do some serious towing, so obviously these are alright vehicles. This is a 2009 Mercury Mariner, the fancied up version of the Ford Escape. Now this is not my car, my wife's. This actually belongs to her mom. This replaced the 2001 Dodge Durango RT, which was the 5.9 liter V8 all-wheel drive version of the Durango. Super cool truck. I did a review on it, but the transmission went out on it, and they had to get something else. This is what they got. Seems to be a decent running vehicle. I've not really spent a lot of time with it, but I mean it's a good looking car for what it is. Eventually, hopefully, I'll get a video on the channel of that too. So that's in place of the Dodge Durango. We came into 2019 with a Quest, a Durango, and a Sportage, and we have none of those left. This is my work truck, my true daily driver. This is a 2019 Chevy Express van box truck. And this is what I spend more of my time in than anything else. We're talking 95, 99% of my driving time is in this because I work way too much. These are good vans. That's all I can really say about them. I did a review on this. Before I was put in this, I was in a 2018 Isuzu NPR HD. I also did a review on that. I didn't have that very long because I took a new route that I had to have a bigger truck for. So this is my brand new ride. Newest thing I've ever driven on a regular basis. And I'll make sure to put a link in the description for not only all 4 of these, the reviews on these, but also for the 4 that these replace. And finally, my baby, the truck that my wife personally searched out for me back in 2014, my 1976 Chevy C10 Scottsdale in all its disassembled glory. We have the bed over here. I really haven't touched that except to remove it. It is sitting on some pallets, not on the ground. There's been progress, and it's been very slow. Now I did complete a rear suspension drop on it, so we've got leaf spring hangers here, shackles here, new shocks, all part of kit. 4-inch drop in the rear. Working on a front end drop, it'd be a 2-inch drop. There's going to be shorter coil springs going on. And that's a work in progress. We've been working on cleaning up the control arms. Try to get all the crud off of those, maybe paint them up. Got a steering knuckle down here. Been doing ball joint steering components and all that as well. The biggest part of the whole thing is here under the hood. This is the 350 V8. Let's see if we can shine some light on this thing. There we go. That's 350 V8, torn down to the heads. Just about ready to come out once I get some brute help with that. It needs head gaskets, and we're going to take it apart down below to make sure and see if it needs to be fully redone or not. And it still might be, because it definitely got plenty of antifreeze oil mix. That's the state of this project. It's very slow progress. Now I did pick up a air compressor and a Harbor Freight sandblasting kit, and I've been testing that out. And it does work. It works very well, actually. That's the lower control arm. It still has some progress to go, but you can see it's been cleaned up quite a bit. I've also been working with the frame, kind of testing on the frame, testing some paint. Just trying to see what I can do while the bed is off to get this looking better and get it protected. This thing has been a very slow process. Like I said, I spend most of my time in this thing. Stocking vending machines. That's what I've been doing for the last almost 7 years now, is vending machine work. And I picked up a new route. It makes more money, but I also now have less time. So here's the catch-22 there. Anyway, that's my baby. She's getting worked on. It's just a long time coming. Also, I do have videos on the channel of the rear suspension drop process and preparing to get the engine removed. I've got a couple of videos on this now. The first one on this project is just an unboxing video, just showing what was going on, and that's a good way to get an idea of what all's going on the truck. And as a little bonus, because I know I've done videos and they've been seen in the background, check out some of the stuff my landlord's got going on. Here's an 87 Ford F-150. It's got a manual 6-cylinder. My landlord has a propensity to buy an old truck like this and then attempt to fix things and flip it. But instead what happens is any vehicle that he buys, it sits and sits and sits and sits. I think he's been working with the wheels on this one. He's actually got most of them painted up nice and white and putting caps on them. I don't know what his actual plan is with this. I'm sure he's going to try to sell it eventually. He's got this 94 Jeep Wrangler sitting here, and it's like everything else. It's in a rough shape. It's really nasty. This also is a manual, and looks like it's nicely lifted. Got these big tires on it, these American Racing mags. This would be a really cool project. Last time I talked to him about it, he said, I believe he said it needs an underhood wiring harness. Something happened. fire happened, and it's just kind of set. He's had this thing for as long as we've lived here, and probably longer, in about this condition. It really hasn't done much moving, except when he's moved it with something to get it out of his way. This would be a super cool project. A part of me has always wanted a Jeep, and if I had the money to buy another project, I'd probably try to get that from him. Here we have a bright red 1994 Ford Ranger with no engine, and also a manual transmission. I'm not sure exactly what the plan was with this one either. Maybe parts for the Ranger he drives around, I don't know. But it's been sitting here for, God, almost a year now, maybe a little more. Got these nice aftermarket taillights on it. They still look pretty good. I have no idea what the plan was with this. I've seen people do electric conversions on small trucks on YouTube. I think that'd be a cool project. I think what blows my mind though is this is a manual, the Jeep is a manual, the blue truck is a manual. The one he drives around is an automatic. He says he has a hard time driving a stick, and yet keeps buying them. Here we have the Mercury Cougar, and I'm not really good on the years of these. I can't get the door open to check the sticker, but I want to say it's around to 1970 or so. And this would be a really cool project if we got it going good. I like the wheels on it. They say US wheel on them. Not really sure of that brand. Never really heard it, but I guess it's a thing. I think this would be a really cool classic car project. Once again, if I had the money to buy another project. You can really clean this thing up. Got a little bit of body rust, but nothing that can't be worked out. It doesn't even need any patching. This would be nice. Such a shame. And here we have the 89 or 90. It was manufactured in late 89. Lincoln Town Car. This thing is a beast. A land yacht. We have under the hood a 5-liter V8. Common Ford V8 engine for the time, I do believe. My knowledge on some things is rusty. There's a lot that I still have to learn, so bear with me when I say things like that. It's been, once again, allowed to sit. I got 2 flat tires. This one I really would love to get running. I think it'd be a really cool cruiser. Maybe even a rally car. I don't know. What does everybody think? I've never done a rally before, so I don't even know what to think of that. It had that stupid fabric top on it. Obviously, had being the key word. That's gone now. I don't know. I think it'd be a cool project. I think that's why he buys them. But it never works out that way. It's hard for him to get around. It's hard for him to do things. So things just sit until he gives up and gets what he can out of them. Alright, so that is going to do it for today's video. And just as I promised, nothing real special, not a big plan. Just kind of wanted to make the first video of 2020 finally and catch everybody up, especially if there's anybody seeing the channel for the first time. Probably not a lot of people, but just in case. We're currently at 280 subscribers, so super cool. Thanks for that. It keeps growing. A little ways away from the monetization number of 1,000, but we'll get there. Anyway, once again, I hope you enjoyed this video, if that's even possible. If you did, make sure you like it, share and subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell so you'll know when I do put up the next video. I've actually got a review or 2 lined up. I'm going to be reviewing a vehicle tomorrow, so that will go up sometime hopefully soon. And speaking of which, I'm always looking for cars to review on the channel. Something, it doesn't matter if it's a brand new model, classic, something they don't make anymore, something cool, weird, rare. Weird and rare would be really, really sweet. Anyways, if anybody watching has anything like that, and you're within the greater Knoxville, East Tennessee area, you know, something that's not a terrible distance for me to have to drive, you know, hit me up, Facebook, Instagram, at that car vlog channel. I'm on both of those platforms. And just send me a message. Let me know what you got. I'll see what I think of it. I'll also drop a link down below to a Google Doc which got a big list of things I'd be interested in reviewing, some of which might be a bit more ambitious than others. And once again, of course, link in the description for all 4 cars, actually 5 if you count the old Chevy, for videos on those, as well as the ones that these 4 up front replaced. Anyways, once again, hope you guys like it. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, follow on instant media. And we'll see you next time. Have a good one.